Hello, Dark Evolutionist here with the Mystic Mind deck profile. So this is a budget variant as much as I could possibly do. I don't run extravagance in this build. I found a better spice that a friend introduced me. Shout out to Rogue Runners for this spice. But let's commence the deck profile though. This is going to be the side deck, a very spicy side deck. So let's start. So for sure, we got, for the monsters, we got 2 wood, and the reason why you get wood is because you gain life points each time they special summon, and that's really good in Mystic Mind because your job isn't to win as fast as possible. It's to make the game last as much as you can till you burn them or till you win in overtime with more life points. So that's the monsters. That's all the monsters are running. Some people run Nibiru. I understand you could side tech them, but for me, I believe just the 2 wood's good enough for me because I feel like Nibiru is kind of, no, I wouldn't say a waste of space. It's just something I don't play due to my locals. So next we have the spell count lineup. So we got 3 Mystic Mind. This is the must in the deck. It's basically, second sentence. It says you cannot. Third sentence, my bad. Prevents your opponent from making plays with their monsters. And then what else we got? We got our win conditions, which is 3 wave motion cannons. Basically every main phase, I believe it's main phase. Yeah, during every main phase, it gains like 1 counter, I believe. Well, it gains 1 plus every main phase, and then you get the burn for that much. So in 8 turns, you could burn for 8,000. Now the second one we run, which is really good, is the Cauldron of the Old Man's. Now these gain counters every turn that passes. You can either burn or gain life points. So the gain is 500, the burn is 300. So your focus when you get this card isn't just to constantly burn your opponent, is to gain life points. And that's to stall. And the reason why you want to gain life points is because we got Final Countdown. This is amazing when you have Mystic Mind, because your opponent will be so desperate to try outing you so badly they will burn through their resources carelessly because they only got 20 turns. And some people will scoop when they know for sure they are out of resources. Next, I believe it is the ways to add all these cards. So I run 3 left-hand offering. So basically, if you have 2 or more cards in your hand, you could banish them, and you could add 1 spell. And if you do, you cannot set any, but mainly you're going to add Cauldron of the Old Man, Mystic Mind, or Wave Motion Cannon. And it's really good. So our second one is the Spice. It's a Promophile Popper Up. So this is what I call poor man's extravagance. The reason why it's a poor man's extravagance is because you have to send cards to draw. So if I have 5 cards in my hand, I'll activate it, putting me at 4. I can discard 3 of the cards I don't need at the moment, and I get to draw 3. And then the second effect is for Promophile monsters, but we're not using it for that. We're using it for the draw potential. This works in like pretty much any deck that it does not discard. It says send. And then we got 2 Demise of the Land. I'd run this at 3, but currently right now I only have 2. Really good against most decks. Usually when your opponent's playing the Eldish Synchro version, you wait for them to go to Needle Fiber, you pop this, and they are locked in place. And it's beautiful. And then we got 2-Pot Duality, because, checking top 3 cards, add a card, can't special summon, but it doesn't matter because it's Mystic Mind, you're burning them to death. Then we got 1 Terraforming, because it's at 1, and it adds the Holy Grail, the beautiful Mystic Mind. And then we got Card Destruction, because yeah, bye-bye to both your opponent's hand and your hand, because why not? And then we got the Upstart Goblin, which is, kind of running like a negative, because this does not count, because you activate and draw. Your opponent gains 1,000, but heck, what am I to judge for that? Then I believe we are going to the stun. The stun is what I classify as preventing your opponent from destroying or preventing you from doing your plays. So I run 3 Dark Ruler no more. This is a must, because usually like the Synchro variants will go finish off in a Boral Savage and a Herald of Perfection. So you open up with this, you're good, because it will stop them in their tracks. And then after that, you could go into Mystic Mind and all that spice. And then I run 3 gold Goddess Skull Oracles because I love seeing what my opponent's going to draw so I could decide what I'm going to do for it. In one of the matches I had, someone had 2 Cosmic Cyclones. I kept on arranging it so the 2 Cosmic Cyclones were at the bottom, and he'd constantly just draw monsters, and it was really funny. Really funny. And then, of course, Prohibition. Now, this goes well with another trap I have, but I won't mention it till it pops up. So I'll put one of these cards over here just to mention it. You declare 1 card, your opponent can't play it. You could activate this to declare Needle Fiber, Golden Boy, Twin Twisters, anything, and it cannot be played. As long as this card's on the field. Then we're going to the traps. So I run 3 Legacy of Yada. And the reason why I run this is because my side deck is an Exodia variant. So when you switch out the decks, it's meant to be the burn variant, and you switch out for the surprise Exodia variant, which always gets your opponent off guard. So I have this because it's a draw during your opponent's turn. And then for the counters, I run 3 dark. Oof, where's the third one? Here, give me a moment. Oh, there's the third one. Okay. 3 dark bribe. Your opponent activates a spark trap. So Twin Twisters, Cosmic Cyclone. You say no, and you let them draw a card because you're nice. Because they're suffering already from Mystic Mind Sickness. They're going delirious. And then after that, we got the heck of spice. Oh, god dang it. I won't beat myself up. Give me a second. 3 Seal of the Forbidden Curse. So it's a curse seal. Just ignore me. I'm weird. So basically, when your opponent activates a spell card, you could discard 1 spell card from your hand, negate the activation, destroy it, and your opponent cannot activate cards with that name for the rest of the duel. So let's say, for instance, you have a Prohibition. This is the one I was telling about, the spice. Let's say you have a Prohibition, and you already declared Cosmic Cyclone, and your opponent has a Twin Twisters in their deck. They activate the Twin Twisters. You say, nah fam. They activate any spell you know for sure is going to help them. Like, let's say, Invoked. They activate Invocation. You say, nah fam. This is to prevent your opponent from doing stuff, and the fact that you have 20 plus spells, there is not a situation where you will never, ever pull this off. Yep, and then I'm going to move to the side deck. My side deck's kind of weird. Plus, I don't have sleeves for certain ones. So, please bear with me. Okay, so first we're going to start off with the spice for the Exodia variant. It's Draw Fate. Now, the Draw Fate, when you do that, you do have to take out these 2. And that's when I do recommend putting the Nibiru's in. I don't have the Nibiru's on me. But basically what this says, if your life points are lower than your opponent's and they control the highest attacking monster, you get 3 cards from your deck with different names. You shuffle your deck, and then you get the 3 cards, and you shuffle them around. You have your opponent shuffle them around or whatever. You put them on top, and you draw 1. And for the rest of your turn, you'll activate 1 more effect. Now, this is good. This is really good with the Exodia pieces. Because what you could do is you could pick 3 pieces of Exodia, draw 1, and you have 2 left. So if you have 3 in your hand, you could search up 2 and then a card. So I heavily recommend the Reckless Greeds, because you'll have 3 cards in your hand. You got a probability of drawing 1 of the pieces, or Reckless. They'll get you both of the pieces during your opponent's standby phase. And then I also run 2 Cosmic Cyclones. This I'm actually planning on removing, because there's not for Eldish it's really good, and life points is an issue with this deck, but I feel like the Nibiru would be a little bit better, even though I previously said I don't run Nibiru in this build due to personal preferences, and I do agree with that, but sometimes Nibiru is needed. And then 2 field barriers, and the reason why I don't main deck these is because I'm crazy. And that's been my deck profile. Oh, I almost forgot the 3 judgments. That's self-explanatory. But anyways, thank you so much, and make sure to subscribe. And in about 1 or 2 videos, I'm gonna do a Machina deck giveaway. It's like the structures. I have 3 of them. I have 3 of them currently with me. I opened them up. It'll just be the packs without the box. But yeah, please stick around.